So we're round my nan's house, right? We're having food. And my mum, apropos of nothing, turned to my nan and went, Nanny, when Grandad dies, where do you want to live, right? My Grandad was sat there. Granddads are mystical, aren't they? They arrive when you're 2. Say, hello, I'm your Grandad. I'll be the funniest thing in your life for the next 15 years, and then I will go mental. That's their role. Funny, 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 washing themselves in a puddle. Granddads, right? What I was born to do. So my mum turns to my nan in the middle of a meal and went, Nanny, when Grandad dies, and he will, where do you want to live? Do you want to live with us, or do you want to live at home? My nan went, I'll live at home, I'll just get a dog. It gets weirder. My Grandad put down his cutlery and went, what kind of dog? And then, this is the most depressing thing, she's 80, my nan. I was like, what do you want for your birthday? Shredder! Give me a shredder! What do you want a shredder for? Identity theft! Who's going to steal your identity? Osama bin Laden, is he? Stop reading the Daily Express, Nan. It's not good for you. The front cover of the Daily Express mails them every day. Don't go outside! It's full of queers, blacks and crime. Oh, if only Diana were here. It's ridiculous, though, isn't it? Constantly on and on. The Sun, all the papers, the Sun's like, are you a pedo? Are you a pedo? Have a bang in her tits, 16 today, bend her over a cake. Are you a pedo? Some consistency. The Daily Mail's like an opera of horrors, like Asbo's Muslim, speed camera, Asbo's Muslim, speed camera. The Independent, you can try and read it, it's like he's grabbing you by the throat. Are you recycling? Are ya? You've just killed a polar bear, you prick! You know? All the while the Guardian just fanning itself with the wall chart, you silly little things. Telegraph, cricket! They're grotesque, they're cartoon-like, they spew bile at us. And it isn't specifically those, it's the people that write in. They never represent us. Always mad. If I want to smack my child, I'll smack my child. If I want to chase a fox, I'll chase a fox. If I want to smack my child with a fox, I'll bloody well do it. Please to learn, Kenneth, those are mother's biscuits. Research from the scullery, motherfucker! These people must just watch the news and go, ah! Fetch my pen of rage! Blah! Blah! Really faxed about that. No, just blind anger! I was born here, don't you know? Only through luck, you grumpy bigot. Imagine you sat in Mummy's tummy. Mummy, point your fanny towards Kent! Thank you! Good God, I thought I was going to arrive in Lithuania then. Oh, it's ridiculous. The internet as well, it's full of such hatred. Go to any chat room, oh, you die, oh, you need to die, go fuck yourself. Have people always been this angry? I've got this really funny idea that before the internet, people were just writing, fuck you, and attaching it to pigeons. I feel better. In the lexicon of the day, you, sir, are a braggart and a nincompoop. Fly, Augustus. It's a cool thing, the internet, but do you know what I mean? There's such misplaced hatred. Also, it's destroyed porn, hasn't it? It must be so depressing if you're a teenage boy now, because you could type in tits, bang, you got every image under the sun. When I was a kid, the only way you found porn was when it magically arrived in the woods. That's the way it should be. What a moment that was in your youth. Your mate would turn up sweating. In the woods. On your bike, riding for hours, like E.T. with a boner. You get there. Everyone reacted differently. There was a yellow magazine. One kid started crying, another ran off. Oh, I can't take it! My mate went, I'm so hard, I'm going to make this tree pregnant. And my other friend genuinely did this, right? He put his bits inside, he dug a hole, put his bits inside the hole, looking at his porn mag, and then started rotating his body. Fucking Collins lost it, but he was our leader, so he followed suit. It's the weirdest moment of my life. He did 7 rotations, and because he was our leader, he had the ability to look up and go, what? You're banging the earth! No. If there are aliens looking down on Earth, they'll look a bit like the Earth is spinning on my dick. We're all going to prison. He's an estate agent now, our weirds the world. tough time as well, don't teenagers? It's ridiculous. We've got such rose-tinted views of our youth. Well, when I was a child, I was not naughty like the children, but they did really well in their exams. And how did we respond as a nation? Well, the exams are getting easier. Let me tell you that. In my day, you had to do 50 questions in a minute. You got one wrong that killed your dad. 5 dads I had killed, 5 dads. Maybe they're just getting cleverer. And like, well, when I was a teenager, I was a lovely boy. No. If you're like me, you were just sat behind your desk at school, bored, frustrated, horny, just with a ruler, just going, badoyoyoyo. Badoyoyoyo. I wish I had hair like Jason Priestley. Badoyoyoyo. The worries I've got. Badoyoyoyo. You can never pick a colour, you don't understand me. Badoyoyoyo. Waiting for a moment that's so puerile that you'll laugh like you'll never truly laugh again, you know? That wonderful... There was a girl in our school who allegedly had sex with someone who worked at a fair. Now, her name was called in register. My friend Andrew went... She turned around and went, I didn't shag him, actually! I only wanked him off! I'm gonna die. This erosion of youth. We're miserable as fuck, and yet we want to make kids like us. There was a story in Australia, right, about, and it was, you know, when you sat in front of someone going, how funny is this? It was a story about whether it's right or wrong to teach 3-year-olds about gay relationships. And you're sat there, and the letter's not in my name. This is nothing short of child abuse. And you sat there going, well, it's not. What it is piss your pants funny. There's nothing wrong with being gay, but when you're 3, you're into custard and jumping, you know? Very occasionally, you can fit this into your hectic schedule. Today I'm going to walk like that because I'm 3. I love the idea of these uber-liberal parents. Now, Tom, sometimes a lady can love a lady. Like in Daddy's videos. I'll take it from here, Sandra. That's right, Tom. Sometimes a man can love a man. What do you make of that as a 3-year-old? When jellyfish hit jelly, do they explode? Go away. When you're 3, you can't deal with society's forbidden love. When you're 3, you're being pushed around in a pram by someone that calls himself mum, pointing at stuff that looks weird. There's no morals up there. Doesn't matter who it is, whether it's a fat person, a dwarf, or a burns victim, they're all getting the same treatment. Mummy, that man has a melty head. Shh. You're 3 years old, you've got no moral compass. Do you know what? They were going to teach happiness tests. They were going to teach 5-year-olds how to be happy. Just a man in a suit. Now, where do you see yourself on Maslow's hierarchy of needs? I quite like putting marbles in my brother's bum. I did that once. It's incredible the power you have when you're 7 over your little brother, innit? You've got to put marbles at your bum. Why? If we get enough in there, you turn into a wizard. Fill me up. I will. My mum came in. What are you doing? You're going to kill him. Back up, Mum. I'm near the record. My brother's like that. Am I magic yet? That's what you do when you're a kid. You know, me and my little brother, for fun, when we were 10, we used to ride our bike to the local garden centre. How pathetic's that? Such a letdown to our dad. See you later, Dad. We're off down the garden centre. Let's just look at the fish. That's a really good fish. Probably the best fish I've seen, and I love fish. Let's go home. All right, Dad, what have you been doing? I don't know, but later on we're going to make you a collage. Let's go. We're such losers. It's ridiculous, isn't it? Stop, do you know?